two legs and run at you.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah, that one.
Wait, can Windsor stand on both legs and stand up? It'd be weird.
Sam does that.
I mean, with help, sure. Anyway.
Wait, hey, if you join the Voctair's Discord, send me pictures of your pet standing up.
Pay the pet tax.
Pay your pet tax as soon as you arrive. It is required.
I want to see pets standing up. I'm going to Google cat standing up.
Also follow us. We're only a couple followers away from 400.
We are, which is awesome. So thank you, everybody, for the love. Tonight's sponsor is... Don't everybody say it at once.
NordVPN.
Are you just like...
Quip toothbrush.
I'm just putting it out there because one of these days it might come true.
No, we have to do like surf shark because Maddie Morpheus has a shark costume, which means at least part way Affy or Artemis would have to wear a shark costume, I think, if we had that.
I would wear the shark costume.
Okay.
I want the shark costume. I want it to look like I'm coming out of its mouth. Ah.
Please sponsor us, company.
Anyways.
Canadian Dice is our actual sponsor.
Other
than all that free advertising that just happened for our less than 400 people that follow us. Check out CanadianDice.ca. You can get 10% off of your dice order if you use the code TheVactair, all one word, at checkout. Maggie, what is your dice pick of the week?
Mini red dice, because not only does Ryan make regular dice, and not only in some sets does he have chunker dice, but he also has mini dice. And red is an auspicious color in a lot of East Asian countries. It's lucky and symbolizes good health, so get your red lucky dice. Luck may or may not be included.
Are there red envelopes included?
No.
No. They are 1/5 scale, though, and they are cute.
They are very cute. Plus, like, you ever see those, like, really aesthetic, like, tins people make out of Altoids things? You could do that. And you could be like, hey, partner, you want some mints? And then it's dice.
I eat the dice.
Disclaimer, don't eat the dice.
Don't eat them. It's like a prank, bro. It's just a prank.
Yep. What else we got going on? So this month is Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, and Maggie will be running 2 games this month. The first one is the 11th. Mm-hmm. That's this Thursday. It is a K-pop convention honey heist game, and we're super excited for it. I've dubbed it K-Con Catastrophe for this, so I'm super excited for it.
K-Con's a real thing. We might need to change that.
Yes, K-Con is a real thing.
I've been to K-Con. That's what this is based off of. It was really fun. I did not eat enough food, though. That is my one regret.
Mm-hmm.
My sister had a donut ice cream sandwich.
That sounds delicious, and I want one.
It was like a little much for me.
What else we got this week? We have the Wasteland Saga, 9 p.m. Goodman Games official. That is with Artemis and I, DM Jeremy, Ryan, and Jeff. And our special guest this week is actually Cedar. That way.
Okay. Hi.
Pixies 5 returns. Goodman Games, Mutant Crawl Classic.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. I was
big cock, 40-foot cock.
Cedar's also going to be in the Honey Heist game.
Cedar will also be in the Honey Heist game. Friday, Pixies 5 returns at 8:30. Saturday, we got Together Among the Stars, and our special guest this week is Alyssa from Embroidered Tales. Sunday, Legacy of Fire. And obviously check out our new merch store and our podcasts if you want to catch up on old games or one-shots.
Join our Discord if you want to see nasty, adorable, beautiful fan art. There's a not safe for work section.
Yep.
You could also send
boobs there.
There's a lot of boobs and like a lot of furry porn, you know?
It's not even porn, it's one picture.
It's just like one picture, but like different angles.
What's the robot count as?
There's a word for that. I don't know what it is. I'm going to mute myself now.
Okay. where we last left off, the Trial of Hearts had begun. The bagman had been summoned and agreed to this merry chase, indicating that he has no need for allies, no requirement for them, and if anybody wanted to try and kill him, they were welcome to try. He headed off first, followed by the rest of the hunters. You all made it down to the Shadowtaker Lakes, where you first set up camp. Of course, this was after Keli had cast a guidance spell, which ultimately summoned a black Icarus rain that coated everything and everyone.
Still better than cloaca ass poop.
That's true. That's true.
Somebody say cloaca?
Yes. No, don't put the bird mask on. Don't do it.
Yeah, wearing lipstick.
Oh yeah, don't wreck your makeup. You set up camp by the Shadowtaker Lakes, and you did this old school style. The tiny hut was not summoned, and you were forced to make do, as Keli had left their tent behind. Oh, I thought you said you did.
I don't think so. I think I brought it with me, but
Pretty sure you said you did.
maybe I did.
I don't remember.
No, I don't think of my inventory.
That's why we actually did like D&D and rolled to find twigs and sticks to make a lean-to.
No, I thought we didn't do it because we weren't sure how magical items were.
Oh, yeah, I did leave it behind. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it wasn't crazy-ish.
Look, I wasn't expecting the weather to be stupid, okay?
Or magic.
Or magic.
Or the moon. The moon itself, speaking of, as the sun began to set, began to be covered in this sort of inky, crawling darkness that left a faint haze. You were still aware of where the moon was, but it didn't offer any light. Settling in for your rests, you experienced some interesting things during your watches. Lion Athelstan saw somebody skinny dipping. And that was about it. Nothing too crazy happened. Waking up in the morning, Alaric created ponchos out of giant leaves to hopefully stave off rain and cold, including for Atlas's little plants, who also now have little coats, little raincoats. And that is where we pick up, as the remnants of the hut that served as your shelter for the night is destroyed by Gordon standing up and going, "Rah!"
It was great. And then he said he was sad.
And then he was sad. So, the day is yours. What do you choose to do with it?
Did anyone get the number of that bitch? Really? No one?
18.
Thank you. Thank you.
I was wondering if there was Athelstan or just out of character.
It was a little bit of both. It was just me shit posting. All right. Do we want to go back to the river and see if we can pick up his trail?
I guess.
I will say, just as a reminder, you were tracking him for a little bit until it led you to the Shadowtaker Lake, where you are now.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much the end of the trail. With the rain and the water that he probably trekked through, there isn't a discernible path.
Yeah, but we can go around and see if we can pick up his trail somewhere.
Sure.
I'd like to do that, if the party agrees.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
If we
risk
have
any
to,
magic,
I can cast, if I have to, I can cast Locate Creature, but it only works within 1,000 feet, and also bad things might happen if I do it.
Let's hold off on that. All right. So, based off of Athelstan's background and in general animalistic beastliness, could I do a survival tracking check with advantage?
That depends. Who is intending to follow the tracks of the bagman?
Me.
Yeah.
Aren't we all?
I don't know.
I would like to find them and then follow them.
Okay. Anybody who wants to try and find tracks can roll a survival check, and it'll be a group survival check.
Okay. Group participation.
Do I get advantage on a group survival check?
No.
Wait, I have to roll my wheel and woe thing today.
Go for
Hold
it.
on. Do I get anything special because the eclipse happened?
Oh god,
Nope.
I keep adding dice. I'm sorry, it won't go away. I don't know how to get rid of it, but I'm still holding them.
Just drop it
them
off of the tray.
I know,
I'm
but
gonna-
there's a lot.
I'm gonna use one of my inspirations.
Oh, those are really bad. Those are really good. Damn. Okay.
Did I just pick up the d20 to roll it?
I'm using one of my inspirations because that was a
God,
shitty
QI.
roll. It was almost a nat 20, but it turned out to be a 6.
Can someone besides me roll higher than a 10?
Oh,
please?
thank you. Okay.
Okay,
there you
I
go.
rolled. Okay, that's better. I rolled a 17.
I'm using an inspiration because that's bullshit.
That's also bullshit.
That's also
Oh, yeah.
bullshit. Okay, I'm using one of my.
This is
my-
so horribly on brand for this
I'm
party,
using
though.
one of my wheels.
We did get a long rest, right?
Yes, you got a long rest.
I'm using
Okay,
one of my
because
wheels.
I was gonna say because all my flash of geniuses are gone, so
Fucking
apparently it did not apply.
So annoying.
shit balls in my
Okay.
butthole.
All right, I'm just gonna throw a flash of genius on whoever had the highest.
Okay.
I had a 17 and Breeze had a 21 though.
Yenrik, what did you have?
21.
Okay. Athelstan?
17.
Keeley?
12.
Atlas?
This is 16.
Sly had a 5.
Oof.
Ooh.
Breathe?
21.
Alaric?
7.
It's
Let's
still
see
good, you
here.
guys.
Yeah.
We're doing everything is fine. Everything is awesome.
like-
Everything is okay.
It's like we're all trying to go in different directions. Like he went this way.
It's like that's like the Gogans in Pete's Dragon, the older one. He went that away. He went this away. He's up a tree. I think. Oh, Batman! Oh, Batman! Where are you? Please come back. Oh, Batman! Oh, Batman!
Are you done?
Okay.
Sorry. I had 2 Adderall today. Okay, I'm like. I had.
Okay. So you begin searching around the Shadow Taker Lakes. There is some obvious movement. Who am I echoing off of?
Yeah, I was gonna say there's an echo.
Is
I
that
think it's
better?
off Rob, actually.
Is it?
Maybe. Testing. Oh, it's gone now. Was it Cedar?
I don't know. Hang on.
I don't
There you go.
know. Hello? Hello?
It's
Maggie.
It's me still?
Yeah.
Is this better?
Testing. Bananas. Light bulb.
Are you okay, Duality?
Yeah, I just read what Sly posted in Mistwalker's.
Oh god.
Oh dear. I can't wait.
Anyway, so you begin searching around around the lake itself into the soft sand. There's visible tracks of other creatures. So you see like big circular prints with like 3 or 4 very stubby toes coming off of them.
Oh.
There's more raptor-like claw marks. You see big paw prints, like big cat paw prints. And then you see long, humanoid but skinny, with an extended sort of claw scrape with each step at the end of the
Motherfucker
toes.
gotta clip his nails.
And I'll say Sly and... Wait. Sorry, Breeze. Breeze and Yenrik, you two are the ones that stumble across this.
They're working together.
Working together.
It's like Breeze finds it, and then Yenrik's right there. What did you find? Yeah.
So I think he went this way. Not that way, this way.
You don't
Do you
think,
think-
don't think he's up a tree?
No.
Okay.
Unless the tree's that way.
Well, I'm sure
Unless
there's
the
trees that
tree's
way.
on the ground.
I want to see from. So how far off from the shoreline are these prints?
The shoreline itself, like you can tell the water has sort of lifted.
Mm-hmm.
Like the water's risen. And you can tell like where he came out. You can see like a footprint a little bit out of that.
Okay.
And then it heads into the jungle.
Okay, so it's definitely a footprint. There's no slide marks or anything like that?
No.
Okay. Any slide marks on the shoreline nearby?
Not that you see.
Would from a 17 or 21 could we tell how fresh these are? I know that they're probably like old by now, but
They are old by now. Like
By,
you can
like, 6
tell
or 7
there's
hours.
water in them and they've been trampled over at some point. So yeah,
by
you're not sure.
okay.
Now
Just-
I've got Welcome to the Jungle stuck in my head.
Well, head, I guess.
Regular movement of like people or not people, sorry, creatures on the bank.
Okay. Shall we?
I guess.
It's all right. Let's go.
I just, I'm worried about my plants.
I know. They'll be fine.
Maybe it's not the magic of the solstice and the hunt. Maybe they're just becoming teenagers.
Possible. I was fairly broody when I was a teenager. But it's probably just because Mina is not here right now. And maybe the solstice. Who knows? Let's go.
Okay.
We go. We
Okay.
track. We follow.
So who is leading your hunting party?
Probably me and Breeze.
Probably off the base.
Atlas?
Yeah, I'll make it. Yeah, that's true. Once Atlas has been pointed out, I guess maybe Atlas and someone else can take point.
Okay.
What do your centaur eyes see?
We've just attached Yenrik to the front of Atlas again, like a
Yeah.
e-holster.
What do my centaur eyes
Are
see?
we risking any helpful magic or no?
I think for now, we're far behind. We're unless they've set up a trap somewhere, laid low. I don't know how much rest that thing needs, or if it just kept going.
I just thought of something comforting.
Uh,
You know that necromancer lady?
yes.
Wouldn't most of her powers be magic based?
Oh no.
Probably.
Maybe she's not as scary right now.
Athelstan looks down at the rib cage and spine and hands that are around his rib cage and spine. Sure.
What you guys said it might be based off of fears and everything. So maybe she's afraid of I don't know, what's babies?
Flowers and puppies.
Yeah. Cookies.
Cookies are
Doilies.
disgusting.
No, she might like doilies.
I don't care for cookies.
What about doilies?
Never really been into tatting, but I guess they're okay.
They don't taste good if you accidentally get them stuck to your food and nobody tells you you're not supposed to eat them. I'm not. Alice kind of looks away as for
Like
why.
off into the middle distance.
I have accidentally partially eaten a doily, like a paper one.
That's okay. I Cedar have totally left the cardboard circle underneath the pizza when I baked it. So
Oh, I've done that too.
yeah, we go. I would like to keep an eye out on our 3 and our 9, please.
3 and your 9. Okay, no problem. So I'll need another survival check to continue tracking.
Is this a group check or is this a Atlas with advantage?
This can be Atlas with advantage.
Okay. I keep opening the wrong tab. What the
Wow. Whoa.
What the fuck? Okay, I can add a 6 to it again.
Oh,
There.
Again.
damn.
Okay.
22.
Okay.
22.
Sly, you're all blurry.
Yeah, Sly, why you so motherfucking blurry?
My cat fell off a shelf and was trapped, so I had to go rescue her. But I had to turn off my camera.
And now you're blurry.
I have to reset
It's
it
like,
again.
help, I'm
Yeah.
stuck.
It's you got a ghost blocking the freaking lens.
There it is.
Ghost film.
All right. So with your 22, you are still able to keep track. The issue that you seem to be running into is that the bagman did not follow any of the hunting trails or the game paths.
Mm-hmm.
He's basically like it's
tearing off into the woods like a bitch.
yes, but because the trees are so dense, he's more or less like climbing through the trees and leaving scratch marks on the bark behind, and it gets to a point where you're not even tracking footprints, you're tracking scratch marks on the trees.
The fun game of I Spy. Over there.
Yeah. So I need somebody to roll me a d20, please.
Do we get a sense
Own
of
it.
the direction that he's headed? Like, is he headed for the scars?
Right now he's just heading south.
Just south. Okay.
Maybe he has a timeshare. That's why he's so evil. He's been trapped in a real estate scheme.
An MLM. Oh no.
Oh no.
The true villain.
Oh no, where's Kyle, the accidental warlock, when we need him?
Hey.
Okay. So as you're moving along, you're following the Shadowtaker Lakes, the river that kind of shoots off to the south of it. It does seem at this point to be heading to the Sleepless Forest, the tracks that you're following. And as you're moving along the riverbank, as that's sort of the easiest way you can travel, but still identify like where the scratch marks on the trees are, you do see a trio of canoes that are just on the bank, tipped over to keep the water out.
Locals?
The build of the canoes seems somewhat rustic.
Not recent? Is there like water stain and damage?
Make an
over time?
investigation check.
I don't want to get that close.
Okay, you can make a perception check then.
Probably not gonna be great. I am not a very wise man. 15.
They look new. Probably been here since at least last night, since they're wet still.
Okay.
And they have that sort of black ichor on them.
So they're probably camping nearby or hunting. Any thoughts?
We're probably hunting or heading to the shrine.
Do
Anybody
we know
else?
if any locals live in the area?
I would assume so. Me and Sly saw some random dude skinny dipping last night.
Yenrik, in checking your book, you know that there are tribes of lizard folk. There's a herd of loxodon.
What's the name that the lizard folk gave of the group again? The ones who killed the
They gave it to Breeze.
Yeah, to Breeze, I mean. To Breeze, I forget what the name was.
They
It
who
was like
kill, they who swim.
Yeah, they who kill, they who swim. Yeah. Such a sick ass name. Let's go. So shall we be wary and try to avoid
Always.
confrontation? Okay, well of course. Are we going to deter
Yeah, I'd
from
rather
cross their
avoid a
path?
fight if we can help it.
Can you still see any scratch marks?
Oh yeah, the scratch marks are they're not like super obvious, but now that you know what you're looking for, you can kind of point them out, and it is literally like a game of I Spy. Everybody's involved. Oh, there's one. Head this way.
Let's
I feel like we shouldn't.
Sorry, go ahead.
I feel like we shouldn't delay if we can help it.
Yeah, I don't
We
want
wanna
to
catch-
Let's not try and let's like hop across their path at the very least, so that way they're not exactly going to be looking for it. Let's go.
Pop, 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 pop.
So you continue down the river. It actually comes to an end at a rock face. Just begins to get smaller and smaller until it's just a trickle that disappears under a plateau. The markings from the bagman that you've been following seem to be heading southwest from here.
Great.
Southwest?
Yep.
So he's headed for the bay.
No, well, we're assuming that we were directly going southwest. We're heading into the Jeweled Basilisk Lake. Is my assumption. I think. I'm not sure how far we are. Where's the Mighty Boomstick? There it is.
Right.
Yep. Found it.
That would mean that he's headed towards Kiro Island then.
That doesn't necessarily mean anything.
It might be place to double back and through the sleepless forest and over to the shrine.
Possible. Shall we?
I guess we have no other choice.
How's everyone doing?
Fantastic.
All right, so far.
Everyone okay?
How's Liliana?
Liliana, Gordon?
Okay. Yeah, totally fine.
All right.
What's the weather like today?
So there is that sort of like post-storm humidity. The air is very thick and dense. You could kind of like cut it with a butter knife if you wanted to.
It's the best.
It's like cloying and heavy, and your hair sticks to the backs of your necks, and it's very sweaty under your ponchos and your clothes.
Athelstan loves it.
You two are sweaty.
Yep, it's pretty great.
Yeah.
I wonder what would have happened.
What?
Somebody cast guidance and started raining. I wonder if what we'd have to cast in a snowstorm.
I don't want to find out particularly because I don't think the ecosystem is made for like snow and ice. It would hurt all the plants.
I don't know if you've ever heard a plant scream before.
I have.
I too.
It's like Atlas screams and plant.
Athelstan
What would that sound like? How do I do that? It's like a normal scream, or am I just like silent, mouth open?
Nah, it's like that grass whistle.
I don't know if I can make that sound. Nope.
Anyways, we continue.
We do it. We agree, so we do it.
Okay. So you begin to wind around this plateau that the stream has ended in. At this point, I need everybody to remove a ration and half of their water supply for the day.
And I removed double, right?
Yep.
Do I do double water or just double
Double water.
Now the trickle now is it falling off of the rocks?
No, so it's like a wall, and then the river kind of got really, really skinny into a stream and is underneath it. So there's like a little gap from erosion.
Question?
Because we could refresh our water here, but I would want to check and see if it's bad. Sorry, go ahead, Maggie.
With the water skins, do we just write how many skins we have total still, but we just mark off that we drank one?
So you're just going to keep track of how many you have and how much you used of it. So Maggie, you would have one empty at this point.
Oh no, but do we get to keep the skin though?
Oh yeah, you can still keep the skin. It's not like you're glug 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 and then you eat the skin.
No, I was just wondering how we can make that.
Very chewy.
Otherwise, in like parentheses.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can just put empty.
Yeah.
I'm picking my spells out.
Okay.
Oh fuck! I forgot to do that.
Well, we can say you're breaking for lunch because it's about the half a day at this point. Because of the heat, you're finding your water is going very quick. Normally that skin would last you a whole day, but because of the heat, only half a day.
There's still moisture? Is there any moisture gathering on any of these leaves? Like, that's
It's
not tainted with the black ichor?
Everything is tainted with the black ichor at this point.
Okay, well, I'm looking for like moving water that looks clear.
The water moving under under the plateau is clear. Like most of the ichor that had kind of settled on top of it that you saw last night has gone away.
I'm just trying to gauge whether or not you'd give me dysentery.
I don't know.
I'm immune to it, but like still.
You're immune to it.
We're on the Oregon Trail.
Yeah, exactly. We can boil it. We're studying for lunch, right?
Usually takes about an hour for that.
Well,
you guys tell me.
That's fine.
Do we want to try and get some clean water for the rest of the day? Or just wait until we run out?
I mean, I prefer not to run out of anything.
Exactly. Soup pot!
Who has a pot?
Check. I think I do.
There's tools, isn't it? Isn't it cooker's tools? Or like
I have mess kit.
Mess kit would be more like a plate, utensils.
Really? That's not included?
I thought that the mess kit has that.
Yeah, let me check.
It might have like a little pot for like coffee or soup, like an individual
Here's the fun
serving.
thing. As long as I have tinker tools, I can make any tool.
If you have the materials to make it.
Nope. That's
We have a
just
plate.
my class
Make
feature.
it into a bowl.
I'm telling you, because of the current situation you're in, you have to have the materials in order to make something.
I have 1,000 ball bearings. Make them into a ball pot.
We don't have a forge.
All
It says
you need
tinker's
is
tools.
Just
You can,
bend it.
you can make
Bend it.
mundane items if you
I
have
mean,
You have a hammer. You have coals.
I have my shield and it's curved.
Are you really gonna let me boil water in your shield?
We're gonna Captain America this.
We're gonna Captain America this. Okay, we make shield soup.
Okay. I'm fine with that, if
It
that's
works
what you
with-
guys want to do.
It works.
It does. You are able to boil some water, and I'll say you all have half a day's ration of water.
Back. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Everyone okay?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
On this next leg of it, should I do a little hunting if I'm able to?
Yeah. Because I'll be scouting, you can hunt. Maybe you can look out for Mina while you're doing that.
Yeah.
Let's notice that you go like, yeah.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, I mean, yeah.
It's
Puff
okay.
in mouth.
Yeah.
It's okay, Atlas. She's
How
always
would
okay.
I?
Well,
Yes.
apparently you can bend yourself in half, so it can't be that hard.
No, but it's backwards.
Not forward.
No.
No.
How does he tie his shoes?
Right. We find out later Atlas is just possessed by whoever possessed the girl in the freaking Exorcist.
Or Atlas is a human man that was merged with his valiant steed because he wanted to be reunited with him, so they became a centaur.
But
Or
the
I
horn
wanted to be a tour guide in a previous life, but I muttered the wish.
Ah, you gotta speak very, very clearly.
So yeah, we're walking, we're talking, we're scouting, we're hunting.
Yeah,
All right, I need another
would
survival check for the afternoon, please.
So Atlas can do that with advantage for the tracking.
Correct.
What do you want me to roll for, like the nearby hunting? Literally any like small game I'm looking for.
Thank fucking God.
You can make a survival check as well, or nature if you want to go with that.
Okay. I'll go with nature. I have proficiency in that. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay. That was a 6.
Uh-huh.
That's a 10.
Alaric
And
is gonna flash of genius like those tracks over there, not over there.
okay, so that brings it to a 14.
He's back. Yeah,
15.
15. Okay.
He backs himself out from underneath the bush, and he's like, "But muskrat is so sweet." It's just all you can see. You look, and all you can see is his ass sticking out of a bush. He's like,
It's like
"Come here."
wiggling.
Because he likes muskrat. They're small, but they're very sweet.
Okay. So Atlas, you are
What was
still able
Forza?
to maintain sight on tracking these markings. You're able to just kind of find the path he's clearly taking. And he's obviously following the path of least resistance, which at this point, again, is clawing through the trees as opposed to walking on the ground. In the distance, you hear this loud squawking noise.
If it's the fucking bird, we're having turkey tonight.
Athelstan, you are currently tracking what seems to be some sort of ground bird, like a kiwi type situation, just something small and
It's
bird-like.
It's a baby. Ha ha ha. Okay, sorry.
Okay. As you're moving through the brush, following these little footprints, you not emerge, but you come to like this very, very small clearing. It's probably not much more than 10 feet across. And you see this little band of chewingas. And they're riding these little kiwi creatures.
Just like heaves a hard sigh and just like leaves go and then like back down.
As soon as you do that, one of them screams. And they all grab little spears that look like nothing more than toothpicks to you. And they're all facing you in the trees with their little spears on their little mounts.
Am I still on your back?
I don't know. Did you come with me?
Yes.
Okay, then they're pointing them at you too, Sly. At this large two-headed
Like-
creature
like-
that has suddenly appeared.
He's like, should I stand up? You spoke to these things last time, right?
I just like plop on the ground. Like hi.
Hello.
You recall the last time you spoke to them, you cast a spell so you could speak with them.
I know.
Okay.
But we're not supposed to do
Didn't
magic.
I'm
they
just
give
letting
you
you know.
something that would be distinct? Didn't they give you something that seemed distinctive to us at the time, at least, aside from the diamond?
Yeah, I just go like this.
The one closest to you looks at you.
Alice like is standing there and he's just like,
The rest just come up behind us. It's like they come back up and just like, oh.
As soon as like more big people appear, they all scream and like run away, scattering into the brush on the other side
I
of the
wasn't
clearing.
serious. I thought we were making a meme. Sorry, I wasn't sure where everybody else was.
The reason that the rest of everyone joined you was because as you look up, you see scratch marks in the clearing.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
We ran into our little Chewinga friends again.
Make sure you leave them a present.
Okay. I will look in my pockets.
You mean my pockets?
That's true.
What do you leave them?
I don't know what you have in your pockets. I was just being like, your pockets are my pockets.
Do you have any seeds or anything?
I can make them, just a little cantrip, but I feel like that's a bad idea. Granted, I feel like he always has them, but I don't have them specifically written on the character sheet.
Then you
I don't
do not have them.
Like didn't specifically have chocolate. That was a flavor thing.
Yeah, but you also weren't in a scenario at that point where what you have on you is relevant.
Okay. Grass, vines, anything?
Yeah, the grass is relatively
Cool.
tall, probably like your mid-calf. There's vines hanging from the trees.
I make a few little teeny tiny little grass braid belts.
Tiny little belts.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I leave them on coils on a flat rock.
Okay.
There. Happy?
Yes.
Good. Let's go.
All right.
And
So
if
unfortunately,
there's a
your
little flower beneath it. Boop.
well, unfortunately your floral, or not floral. Sorry, goodness sake, you said flower, and that stuck in my brain. The attempted hunting didn't work out so much. What you were tracking.
I mean, I wouldn't have wanted to eat their little kiwis anyway. They would hate it. They would hate us more for that.
Yeah, they would probably.
Yeah, especially since they were using them like freaking chocobos.
If anybody wants to draw a chewinga on a kiwi, please do.
Please.
Oh damn! I moved my pens back upstairs today. Just gonna draw
I
shitty
will.
version.
I will appreciate you forever. Okay.
It's on the list.
I need another d20 roll, please.
Okay.
Not Agni, I mean. Ooh.
Okay.
No, we'll go with
thank
yours,
you.
Sly.
We rolled the same thing.
No.
No.
Well, I mean, either way, yeah.
Oh, okay, I thought this was for survival.
No, not for survival. It's
ignore that then. Ignore mine. We can use it later.
This is just your random encounter table.
This
I
is
got
later.
tables at the ass for Velashin.
Or don't. It sucked.
So as you're moving, the sun is starting to set, and you're like, we gotta start figuring out a place to sleep for the night.
Mm-hmm.
You actually stumble into this. It's like the opening of a cave with like a little bit of a clearing around the mouth of the cave, but you can see snow on the ground just outside the cave.
God damn it, duality.
Thing to do with this.
We're the one that put the snow out in the universe. Way to go.
Matheson looks around and that's hardly typical.
Well, I guess we know that some spell will cause snow.
Are there any tracks in the snow?
From where you are standing right now, I'm picturing you sort of just at the edge of the clearing, still in the tree line.
Mm-hmm.
You can't tell.
Can I climb a tree and get a better
Sure.
view?
Make an athletics check.
This will be funny.
Are you climbing with Sly on your back?
Preferably not. No offense, Sly.
I mean, we could always just tie a rope.
Or Sly could climb up there.
We could always just tie a rope around the mighty boomstick, have it climb up, and then drop off on the other end.
We can just go into the field then, I guess. Unless nobody. Well, this is a key. This seems like a key
Would
place
it
for
be
an ambush.
athletics or acrobatics to climb it?
Athletics.
Oh, then yeah.
I don't want to let me roll it. 12.
Okay, maybe I'll try.
Anybody
Literally-
else trying to climb a tree?
Puts a hand on one branch,
Ooh.
leg, and then
I don't think I should.
Probably not.
I want to
I
see
would-
it.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't have a good time doing it.
So Athelstan, you get about 5 or 6 feet up, and you've kind of dug your claws into the bark,
Mhm.
and then
Just,
you
like,
start
slide
slipping
like
down,
Yao.
and you're like gouging out bits of stuff, bits of bark. Sly, you do manage to make it about 15 feet up, and looking over towards the cave, you can see that there are footprints in the snow, leading both out and in, but they appear to be completely separate sets of tracks. They don't match in any way.
Someone come with me to check the perimeter of the clearing. We need a place to stay, but I'm not about to be caught with my ass out.
I'll go with you.
Can someone else come with me too?
Wow.
I'll just drop out of the tree onto your shoulder. Hello.
Here we go.
Make a dex
Because
save.
of that height difference, Athelstan face plants him with snow.
Yeah, probably.
Sly, make a dex save.
I thought you were talking to me, dex save.
Nope.
Well,
Just grabs a hold of my spine.
I missed.
No, you're okay. The DC was only 10. You're fine.
Oh, good.
It's a little less graceful, but you do manage to kind of, and you're like draped over shoulders, and like your foot is sort of trying to find the harness hoop.
But it's a spine. It's the
Yeah.
spine instead.
The spine is
Now,
messing you up.
now Athelstan make a deck save.
Why do I have to make a dex save?
You just had something fall out of a tree on top of you.
Wouldn't that be like a strength check? Why'd you
Can
have to
I not
say
use
something, Dwelly?
acrobatics for that,
She was
though,
gonna let me.
because-
She was gonna let me go.
Wait, can I not use acrobatics instead? Because I'm leaping out of a tree?
Backflip.
Sure.
Out of there. Falling with style.
You just want to be more graceful about your
I do.
landing. Okay.
That's better.
Dirty
That's a
20.
dirty
Okay.
20.
Yeah, you have no issues. It's like watching. I can't even think of what the movie is, but she like jumps and falls gracefully and is beautiful, and she lands precisely where she needs to.
Superhero landing.
Superhero landing.
That's a little more badass. This is very like ballet-ish almost.
I don't know. I imagine Bartok.
I was gonna say something. What was it?
I don't
I
know.
just don't want to get impaled by the weird skeleton thing.
You can't be. It's fine.
As you're sort of like settling on the
Oh,
back, the
no.
rib cage and like the spine is still there on the back, and it's uncomfortable, but it's not gonna jab you at all.
Okay, good.
So Sly, Athelstan, and Yenrik, you are all heading towards the cave mouth.
No, I want to do a perimeter sweep.
Okay. Yenrik?
I imagine is Sly like grabbing onto the skeleton, like moving the arms, and it's like sounds like a freaking motorcycle.
Let me see if I can catch a scent of something.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check. You can do so at advantage, just with your stuff. Your bunny nose. Okay. It smells like winter. But there's this sort of dichotomy of there's like a wall of winter, so like fresh snow, that almost evergreen scent, and then the sort of humid, citrusy, thick smell of the jungle. And they clash in the middle and kind of swirl around each other like they're fighting. You don't smell really any creatures in the immediate area outside of your party.
We're stinky.
Obviously.
You are stinky and still covered mostly in black ichor.
Can I roll around on the snow to like not be covered in gross stuff?
If you want to do that, sure.
What does my perception give me? I had rolled a 19.
Same thing regarding scent. There's nothing really out of the ordinary. The claw marks from the bagman sort of come this way, but then they veer off.
Veer off southwest?
Yeah.
Okay, I'd like to go back to the party then.
Okay. So you and Sly
Right.
go back to the party, I'm assuming.
I don't know if Yinrik's coming. Are you coming?
After I roll around in the snow.
Okay, so you're going right up to the cave mouth and rolling around in the snow.
Don't do that.
No, like, oh, I thought we were like further back.
No, so like there's this clearing and it's like this.
Mhm.
And then there's the cave mouth, which is like back here. So this is the mouth.
Oh,
And the
it's like-
snow is just like right in the cave mouth.
Oh, it's still like pretty close. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Can we melt snow
With
and drink
fire.
it?
Yeah, I mean, why not? Boil it.
Oh, yeah.
Boil anything. You boil it down. Drink it. It's not gonna have as much. It's not gonna produce as much water as we want it to. But that's not what my primary concern is right now.
Oh, that was me asking a question.
Oh,
Like,
sorry.
Oh, yes. Survival, you can melt snow to drink.
When we make it back to the party, I guess we'll say what we saw and didn't see. How do we feel about this area staying here for the night? There are pros and cons to trying to, well, first of all, even if this cave isn't occupied right now, or whatever the hell is going on with the snow, it's defensible, and you know where your enemy is coming from. But there's also, as far as we know, no egress. Thoughts?
Seems good.
not moving around in the snow would probably be better. Because we might leave Well, we would leave tracks. The further we move.
That's a good point.
So So all in favor of? We'll do a vote then. All in favor of checking out the cave to stay for the night, or leaving and finding somewhere else? Go ahead, Keelai.
I just had a question. So, like, as we were traveling, the scratch marks that we were following, did they seem like they were getting, like, fresher at all? Like we were making ground?
Not really.
Or were they pretty consistent?
They were pretty consistent. There were evidence on certain trees of like sap leaking, but for the most part, any of those sort of wounds on the trees had healed over with sap by the time you got to them.
Okay, so we still don't know how far ahead of us he is.
So do we stay here for the night, or do we go try and find someplace else?
I did have an idea in case he does make it to the shrine before we do.
Oh.
Yeah. We could lure him out of this safe area.
I don't think you can leave. I thought you couldn't leave once you were in.
Yeah, I thought that was what they had said.
I thought those were the rules. You can't leave until everyone else is in safety or dead.
That was out of character moves. This was my idea that we just teleport the fuck to another universe for a bit and then we come back later and everybody's dead because they were either stuck in the temple or they died outside.
Like,
but Allison never
40
did
years
that.
has passed and Darkon doesn't exist. It's fine.
But we would have won, and that's what matters.
Yeah. Anybody?
I don't see why we wouldn't stay.
Liliana? Alaric?
Did anybody bring their cold weather gear? It might be chilly in there.
I've got mine.
I think that might be one of the things that I do not have.
I have mine.
Yeah, I don't think I brought mine.
Was it worth Breeze doing the
That's up to Breeze.
Okay, so with the snow, does it like just like start thud at wherever it starts, or is it like sort of like leading up to it?
It's not so much leading up to it, but there is definitely sort of
Concentration.
yeah, and it's not like a wall of it all of a sudden. It's sort of drifted out a little bit,
Okay.
but it's
It
not.
definitely seems like the cave is the source.
Yeah,
Something happened in there.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey guys, you know what's funny, but not funny?
Mm.
I was looking for my cold weather gear in my bag, which I do not have on me, unfortunately, as it's hard to find things that are in my shape and size. But I found a scroll of earthquake, so if the bagman came, I could just avalanche him. But also, it would probably be a bad idea. But it would be funny.
He could still talk, he just wouldn't have a pelvis.
Hold on. My brain is like not working.
Sure.
I thought the snow was everywhere.
It's just in the mouth of the cave.
Oh, then like we don't need
But
to stay
it's
there.
like it's not like a wall. It's sort of wisping out a little bit, but it's mostly
I thought it was,
concentrated into the
like,
cave.
all over.
No.
Okay, then we don't have to stay
Yeah.
here.
Okay. I thought it was everywhere.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're okay. I'm sorry if I didn't explain that well enough.
Well,
No.
I thought what you thought, Sly.
Now I'm thinking
Yeah,
of
so we don't need to stay here then. We can keep moving.
Now I'm thinking of is Game of Thrones. Winter is coming.
Hold the door. Hold door.
How much longer do we think we could push on before we risk exhaustion?
With the heat and everything, probably another hour, maybe 2. The sun is likely going down probably within the next hour.
Okay, we need a vote. I'm serious. This is
Yeah.
serious.
We should not stay.
Votes
near
for
the cave.
votes for staying.
Yeah. Let's
2.
I'll stay, but like, if we want to keep going,
I love the
find a
cold.
different place?
Let's do it.
Well, did we want to just like?
Alright.
What happens if we like stay like, in the? Is there like a perfect center where it's like moderate between the cold and hot?
There
Be
is
like, come on.
there is this sort of area where as you're approaching the cave it does get a little cooler and the humidity changes from that sort of thick, dense pea soup to not like that feeling when you like breathe in and your nostrils freeze.
The
But
windows are down on a cool spring morning.
yeah.
Come on,
You're in
Keeler.
a place at Disney that has a fan overhead.
Come on, Keeler, let's check out this cave. And knock the crossbow.
Okay. Anyone
Come
else
on.
going with them?
Yeah.
I'll go.
I'll go.
Are we all going?
Turning on the
Hold on.
cannon.
Well, if actually, what if like?
I have a plus 11 on stealth, so
Yeah, Atlas would be fine staying back with Breeze and maybe another NPC like Liliana will set up camp.
Okay, how about we do that thing then? Athelstan looks over his shoulder and makes eye contact with Sly and does that thing where Monkey puts his arm out and Serpent and Viper just like goes and goes like, the stealth thing. Sly.
So, Lark, you turn on your cannon?
Please do.
Well, if it wasn't already on.
Roll a d6 for me.
Oh, jeez, fucking hell.
Do
Please
I
don't
roll
cast
for
any
stealth?
lightning bolts or anything like that.
2.
Okay, roll a d10 for me.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
5.
So, as you turn the cannon on and you're walking towards the cave, and Athelstan, you like extend your arm for Sly to kind of viper down.
He like holds his other hand out for the others to still, so that way. Sly
Suddenly,
can-
Sly is ripped from your arm and thrown directly into Alaric. And Alaric and Sly are both going to take 2d12 bludgeoning damage from hitting each other.
Athelstan's just like arm outstretched, his mouth is open. He's like,
No, I rolled it. This is my game, bitch. I rolled the damage.
What does
Okay.
that mean?
like in Princess and the Frog, like when she snatched the beignet from her dad's mouth. It's just like, ooh, what just happened?
All right, so you both take 18 bludgeoning damage as you collide into each other and fall to the ground.
Ow.
Who's that slime alert?
Sly and Alaric.
The fucking hell just...
Did you throw me at...
I did not throw you.
It looked like you threw her.
Ulrich, what did you do?
Shut up, Yenrik.
Yenrik, shut the fuck up. I did not throw you. Ulrich, what the fuck did you do?
I turned the cannon on.
The magic one?
All I did was turn it on. It was on when all this shit happened. I figured it'd be fine. Hadn't done anything yet.
Athelstan looks at Liliana.
Don't look at me.
And he points at Ulrich. Get your boy. And he picks Sly up. Are you okay?
Am I okay? I don't know. I think so. Did I break anything?
No, you didn't break anything. It just hurt to hit your party member and then fall to the ground.
With your body. With his body.
Go gadget Sly again.
Maggie, you're my favorite.
I don't have anything besides a
I
pencil.
love it.
I love it so much.
Post it in the community chat. Yay.
That's
You can
being
join our
added to the
Discord
fan.
and look at our community art
Draw
channel.
fan art of our show. Please. Please.
We got some. Alyssa
No,
did
but
some. It was
we-
amazing.
But Alyssa's a part of the Vactair. Now.
Alyssa fan art is fucking amazing.
Alyssa's art is
All of our
amazing.
fan art is from
All
the
of our
Vector.
fan art is amazing. Somebody who's not in like a game, do our fan art. I love it when people draw shit.
Can I
And
roll
pay
for
the pet
stealth
tax.
now?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah.
And we can
Anybody
go
going
gadget.
into the cave can roll for stealth.
Well, Athelstan's just trying to like motion to the party to like wait.
I wait.
Oh,
I'm a good boy.
oh, for fuck's sake!
You are.
So, Sly, 28. Yenrik, 15. Alaric, 17. Keli, 3.
Clang, 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 clang.
So
You were the
all
one that
start
told me to come
moving.
along.
Sly, like, disappears as she slinks through the grass. Yenrik
Athelstan's
is
staying very still.
bunny hopping.
Ulrich, Flash of Genius, 22.
Alaric almost disappears. Keli just stomps across the clearing towards the cave.
Eli, shut up.
Ulrich has not quite mastered the Opti Camouflage armor yet. It has not been sufficiently tested.
You fucking pile of soup cans. Stop fucking moving.
It's too late. Keli gets to the snow, and here you can feel that cold air. On a hot day, when you've ever opened like your freezer and it just kind of whoosh out at you, that's what it feels like. But it's your whole body instead of just like your face.
Athelstan looks at Breeze.
You know that scene in Spirited Away where she stomps on the slug and her entire body like shivers?
Yep.
I just like stop. That happens and then keep going.
Okay.
It's so cute.
So are you going into the cave?
I thought that was the plan.
The sneaky one.
Keli, are you going into the cave?
Again, I thought that was the plan, so yeah.
How about I go ahead?
Nice, stop.
How about I go ahead as far as Athelstan's dark vision can see me?
I can
Okay.
see so far in the dark.
So I'll go alone because I'm the sneakiest, and then I'll come back before I'm out of sight.
So, Athelstan, from where you are standing at the cave entrance, you can almost see what you think is to the back of the cave, but not the immediate back. You watch as Sly begins to move in, kind of slipping around the leg, Mites?
Mites are on the bottom, tights are on the top.
Stalagmites. Just moving around them. And in here, you can see that the entire area is covered in snow. Even the stalagmites themselves look to be covered in sheets of ice. Sly, as you move kind of deeper into the cave, probably about 50, 60, maybe even 70 feet in, you see a silhouette in your dark vision, just sort of in the middle of the cave, unmoving, standing there very still.
It's the damn frog from session 4, isn't it?
Wait, what? The thing that had no thoughts and it was there and then it was gone?
I think that thing was in the snow too, if I remember correctly.
Is that what you're talking about?
Oh, the
No,
big
this is-
froggy?
This is more humanoid, not Frogamoth.
Yeah. The big froggy. That's that. I see him in my dreams.
The big froggy.
First of all, how big is it? Like what?
From what you can determine, it's probably around 6 foot, 6'5", maybe.
Is it Bagman size?
No, smaller.
Is it
But-
dead?
You're not close enough to determine that.
I'm gonna.
It's very still, though, and it's standing upright.
I'm gonna not pick its pockets. And I'm gonna slowly back away.
I appreciate your self-restraint.
As inspiration.
Why not
So
Sly?
heading-
It's really short. It's 6 feet tall.
Heading
It's
back
rough.
out to the cave
It's
entrance.
standing on a step stool.
Yeah.
Yinrik, Kilai, Athelstan, you see Sly kind of unhappy face.
Something doesn't feel right.
Don't say.
What is it?
Something in there. I don't know if it's alive or dead, and I didn't pick its pockets. You're welcome.
Why not?
Proud of you.
I thought the plan was to not.
Well, the plan was to not, but you never listened to the plan.
See, the plan was to not be out of range of Athelstan's sight. So it was a little. I couldn't see it very well in the dark, so obviously it's a little far, and I just didn't want to.
All right.
You can see in the dark, right?
Yes.
Sly?
Yes, I just
Okay.
couldn't see that far.
Okay.
You could see it. It was just hard to make out the details because when things are in darkness and you have dark vision, you're still only seeing in grayscale.
That's what I meant. Like I couldn't see far enough to have super. Like I couldn't see if it was breathing.
I can see up to 120 feet as if it were daylight, but it's, I don't know. It's different. It's gray tone, I think, isn't it?
It's still
No.
gray tone if it's darkness.
There's also a bunch of
But there's also stalagmites and stuff, so
Yeah. Probably
it's
has
not
cover.
like a clear line. You can make out the closer to the back wall in some spaces, but it's not like a clear opening.
Yeah, I was just answering chat.
Yeah, I was just.
I thought devil,
It's not perfect.
I thought Devil Sight was just normal sight.
and we
in
knew
darkness.
we knew
Not Devil
about
Sight.
we knew about the Athelstan
Yes,
seeing in the
yes,
dark.
it
That's
is.
why I went alone.
Technically, it is.
That's why I went alone at first.
Okay, well, the
There is
cave is
only
obviously
one.
occupied, so the question is, do we run it out or do we just keep moving?
Yeah, it does say I can see normally in darkness, both magical and non-magical, to a distance of 120 feet. Technically.
Okay.
Because we could go for
still the
another
same.
hour.
But
There's
we did
stalagmites and stuff in the way.
we did brand it Predator Site.
Right.
Anyway. Alright.
I want to go poke it.
We leave her. Oh, for fuck's sake! We
You're
look
going to
down
poke it?
where Yinrik. We look down where Yinrik used to be.
Yinrik's already
It's
in.
The outline, yeah.
Okay. So Yinrik, you slip and slide into the cavern. How close do you get?
30 feet.
Within 30 feet, you can make out that this probably human. Again, very still, sort of not running, but kind of posed in a fight stance, seeming to hold something in their hand.
What if this is a mouth?
It's one of the Hive doing a JoJo reference.
What the hell is JoJo?
JoJo's
That's
Bizarre
out of
Adventure.
character.
No, I out of character know what that is. I was being Athelstan and I was being facetious.
Oh.
All right. Why do I feel like this is a mouth?
I'm gonna sneak closer to it.
Okay. How close?
15 feet.
As you move closer, the cold becomes more and more prominent. It's almost like leaving the sweat and everything on your fur. It's starting to freeze over almost instantly. And it's getting colder and colder the closer you get to it.
That's when we notice that Yinrik is gone. Where the fuck is the oh, for fuck's sake. I just see him like skittering in there. Do we go get him? No.
Back I go, following the rabbit.
Oh, fuck.
My
All right.
stealth
He was
check-
way out. He got in there.
My stealth still count, or do I have
Yeah.
to roll again?
Yeah, you haven't done anything to break your stealth, though. How close do you get, Sly?
As close as safely possible.
Does anybody have a lantern?
Okay. So you basically moved
Oh,
up
good.
to Yinrik's elbow.
What the fuck are you doing? But like as a whisper.
Stage whisper.
Actually, I don't even say it. I'm just like,
I'm investigating.
Investigating what?
Exactly.
This close, Sly, you can make out everything I described before. Again, sort of mid-battle pose, holding something in his hand. Masculine in appearance, leather armor, shield on one arm.
can I
kind
get
of a
any closer?
beard. You want to?
Like, can I get close enough to see better detail?
There's nothing between you and it. It's sort of just
I
there.
want to see if it's breathing.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if it's standing up, it's obviously alive.
Okay.
Well,
I mean,
at one point it was.
frozen.
He might be frozen in place.
You get that feeling. And the source of the coldness seems to be coming from them.
Please don't
Like the-
touch it.
What? You want me to touch it?
I'm gonna fucking kill this rabbit. He lifts the crossbow.
You don't
the
have a
rabbit's
clear
gonna
line of
get himself
sight, so
What'd you
Wait.
say, Breeze? You want rabbit stew?
Yeah, the rabbit's gonna get himself getting killed by himself. So
Yeah, but Athelstan's not in the cave with us, Yenrik. You didn't hear that.
Curse your Vulcan hearing.
and Athelstan, you don't have a clear line of sight on them. So.
I know.
I guess
I've
we'll
lost
just get
sight. I was
like a
just
little
joking.
bit closer, but like if it starts to be painfully cold, we'll stop.
It's not painfully cold. It's just very cold. So
Sly.
think midwinter in your hometown.
Does anybody have
Minus 50 in
Yeah.
February.
A little bit less than that.
What did you say? Hey, Cedar?
Somebody have a lantern or something to make light that isn't magic?
Hey, Rabbit,
a
how close are
torch?
we getting?
I've got a lamp.
I want to touch it.
Okay, don't touch it, but like we can get a little bit closer, I guess.
I'm imagining Sly actually filing her nails in the cave.
I guess we can do that. That's fine. So
I wanna
you get.
investigate the object.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation check. At this point, we'll say you're within 5 feet of it.
Okay. Mine's not much better.
A 4 and a 12.
I'm gonna. Can I do that again if I use inspiration?
Absolutely.
How
I'm
about
gonna
an assist?
regret this.
How about an assist?
Okay. If you want to do that, you can do it at advantage, Sly. You're going to be spending inspiration as well, Yenrik, to do that.
Okay.
It's better.
16. Okay.
Slightly.
So, in getting this close to them, it's almost like they have this sort of glassy texture to their skin and their clothes. And you can tell, again, masculine presenting, leather armor, shield, holding something in their hand, kind of outstretched. They appear to be not alive. They're not breathing or anything like that.
What are they holding?
With that investigation check, it appears to be some sort of golden object. You're not sure what, though.
I had a question. I can't remember what it is. Let's not touch it.
Okay. I pull out a stake and I poke it.
Let's
You
not
pull out a
touch
what
it.
and
Poke.
I know what my question was.
Crunch. Oh. I poked the thing with the wooden stake.
Okay. You poke it. You ever chipped ice before? That's the sensation you get.
Oh.
But it's just like a little spot. Like the covering of that sort of glassy texture disappears. Chips away.
But the person is still, or the thing is still dead, right?
From what you can tell.
In stasis.
You can make a medicine check if you want.
Okay. I don't know if I am any good at that, but sure.
How long has it been since they've been in there?
Less than a minute.
I feel like Athelstan and Keeley are at the mouth of the cave just going, so which one of them is going to fuck up and touch it?
Yenrik, 1,000%.
Oh, 1,000%.
So with an 11 medicine check, probably dead, because not many things can survive being frozen to death.
The to death implies that.
Yeah.
Atlas, meanwhile, is gathering supplies outside, humming to himself,
We want
thinking about
the
riding
shiny
with
thing.
Kiwi.
No.
From
I've got my copper wire out and I'm just rolling it between my fingers.
Ulrich is just like,
Test message.
if they haven't alerted this thing yet, it's
No.
dead.
Wait, Yenrik asks about, do we want the gold thing? No.
Yeah.
No.
Athelstan will do a low whistle to try and get their attention.
Okay. The whistle comes in and it sort of echoes very faintly along the back walls and then comes back to you. The rest of you, like, you two hear it.
We should go back.
As Athelstan whistles, I jump and like smack the arm with the stake.
Make an attack roll with your
You
stake.
what? What did
Like
you
I
Yes,
jump
they
and
are.
like hit it.
Oh, was it
Would
like
you
a
jump in
flail?
surprise?
Yeah.
It was a flail. Okay. Make a dex save.
It wasn't a binky.
And we'll see if you actually hit the statue or not.
Does it count as a binky? He is a rabbit.
Okay, so you don't hit it unless you intend to hit it. You intended to hit it? Okay. So yeah, you
Of course he did.
like wrist to wrist on this creature, and you hear this resounding. The whole arm breaks off and shatters against the ground.
Do we hear this at the entrance of the cave?
Obviously, in there.
No, you don't.
Oh,
Not
we
that
don't.
loud. It's more just from where you are. It's sort of a.
Did glass just break?
I'm
betting
gonna
ice.
go.
All right.
The
well,
gold
Maybe.
thing is in the snow, amidst pinkish shattered glass.
I'm gonna give them about 3 seconds to respond, and then I am going in there. Any objections, Keli, Breeze, Ulrich?
I'm gonna
Yes,
Liliana?
all of the objections.
scoop up with my cloak and not touch it, and then just like walk away.
Just the gold thing?
Just the gold thing.
Okay. So Sly, Yenrik has gathered this gold thing and has left you behind with this now mutilated dead person.
Oh no, I left.
Okay. Never
Oh,
mind.
She booked it.
Yeah, she was like, I'm
It's
gonna
like-
go.
It's like, I did nothing, I swear. I didn't
wasn't
kill no
me.
one.
There you are. Come on, let's go. This is done.
Where's the rabbit?
He broke the arms off the thing.
Keeping in mind they have no idea what you're talking about.
What thing?
What arms?
Where's
What
the
thing? No, wait. When I came back the first time, I said there was someone in
You
there,
said there was a thing.
Thing in there.
like a
there's a-
person. I don't know, froze to death. Yenrik broke the arms off of them. I told Yenrik not to do it.
Yenrik marches out with a smug look on his face.
Okay, what did you take?
Me? Nothing.
Him.
No, he's talking to Yenrik, Sly.
I didn't take anything.
What did
That
you
is clearly a
find?
lie.
What did you smash? Sly said you
Well,
smashed somebody's arms
so
and
I was
took something.
investigating this little gold thing, and I heard a loud noise, and I jumped and I smashed it.
I'm gonna punch him in the face.
do it.
Only if Agni is okay with PvP.
I want to punch. No, Athelstan said that out loud.
Oh, okay.
Of course I am.
Just making sure.
I mean, he's
Damn.
attacking us with lightning. Or specifically
I
Atlas.
want to really bad.
Can we please just leave?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is not a place for us to stay.
Nope.
And I
Oh, there's
swear to
nothing in there
God,
anymore.
All
and I
right.
swear to God, if you bring some sort of a curse down upon this party, you just like
What
kind of
did
like,
you?
and he walks.
Give it to
Ellis
Ulrich.
turned
so we can
around.
look at it,
He
Yenrik.
did not hear the full conversation. He's like, "Oh, we're leaving.
Yep, come on, Atlas, let's go.
Well, should I just leave the stuff here? Okay,
No, take it with us.
Well, okay.
Yenrik, give the thing to Ulrich so that Ulrich can look at it. In the cloak,
Okay.
don't just straight up hand it to him.
I mean, yeah, phrasing is very important. So
He
I
like joins
unroll
Athelstan,
this
just like I
gold
want to
thing.
fucking punch him in the face.
Ulrich
Found a
is
thing.
going to pull out a thick pair of gloves from his herbalism kit.
I thought he was gonna say glasses.
No, gloves.
So taking out your
Yeah.
gloves, what do you do?
He's gonna
Investigate it.
yeah, basically
With an
try and figure out what it is.
Kiwi tour to Kiwi tour.
Love it.
Look at the man Kiwi tour.
Oh.
So are you standing here for 10 minutes to identify, or?
I'd rather not. Can we identify it in a safe place? Bed it down.
Should be able to, but I mean, Ulrich would probably be the safest one to carry it, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Probably.
Or Sly.
Me?
No, I'm saying that things are safe. You're one of the best at carrying things.
True.
Atlas looks at himself also like, I think I'm second best.
No,
Give it to me.
you are also one of the best.
I don't want to carry it though. I was just thinking to myself that I'm also adequate and I'm also good.
Yes, you are.
You know what? I'm gonna compliment myself because I'm working on that.
I am proud of you. Let's all try that every once in a while. Let's
Yeah.
find some place to sleep.
Atlas does not know the full story of what happened because he did not hear it all.
That's all right. You don't. Alaric, and I just... You know what? I'm going to compliment myself. Ever since I have met Yenrik, I still have yet to punch him in the face.
Proud of you, bestie.
Thank you. Thank you, Breeze. Do we find a place to sleep? To sit down.
Yes.
Yes. So, moving away from the frozen cave, you do find a little bit of space that you'd be able to construct another lean-to, or pop out the bubble if you decide to do so.
Athelstan just is immediately like gathering like long branches and stuff, just assuming, but that does not make that's not gonna deter Rob from making a choice for Breeze.
Actually, I'll say this. I completely forgot I still had it in my inventory. It does still have the thing next to it. It has not changed. I still have my tent.
I love this image. Just like,
It's like
he goes to pick it, he turns around with a branch, and Breeze is just like out of the bag.
It's only a 2-person tent, but it can probably stretch over like canopy.
Like a tarp.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
Uh,
I'll gather something to make some pallets then.
if you're all assisting, a group survival check.
group survival.
It's a lot of D&D in this D&D game tonight.
There's a lot of D&D. Woohoo!
Haven't seen any dragons or dungeons yet.
Yeah, give it time. Jeremy hasn't entered the chat yet.
Yeah.
18.
Oh, why am I rolling so low?
That's a dirty 20. Woo.
Thank you, Jack of all trades.
Okay.
Jote.
Particularly with the tent tarping, you're able to construct a serviceable, off the ground lean-to tent situation that, again, close quarters. You sort of set a fire in the middle, like a little fire pit in the middle of
I
everyone.
open the vent.
Yeah.
In the tent.
But you're able to create a space for yourselves for the night. Anything you're
Just
doing
going to-
before bed?
Ulrich is going to go off a little bit away from the party and find something to set whatever he picked up down so we can start investigating it.
Okay.
Should I try and hunt for something again?
If you want to.
Probably.
All right.
I'll
Oop,
go
that's
this
stealth.
way and hunt. You go that way and hunt.
I hope you die.
What do you want me to...
Do you
17.
want to maybe set some snares or something?
Sorry, Breeze?
Do we want to like set snares or traps or
Sure, I
something
can
for-
construct that. I'll set up some snares
Okay.
while I'm out there kind of like hunting around. Just like, if anyone, there's just like a zoom in on the back of Yenrik's head as he's like hopping about, like looking at things, sniffing things or whatever like that. And just from behind in the darkness in the leaves, there's just like the eye shine. And he's like, I could, but I won't. But I could, but I won't.
Okay. So Yenrik goes that way, and Athelstan goes this way, and you go hunting.
Yep.
Anybody else doing anything at camp while they're hunting?
I'll go too.
cast spells?
I'll go in the
where's
third
Yenrik?
direction.
You're going in a third direction? Okay, survival check for Sly. Anything else?
Did I not just roll a 16? Do I do it again?
Did you?
That was for setting
Oh.
up camp.
That was for setting up camp. This is for hunting. 19. Awesome. Atlas, what did you say?
Oh, where's Yenrik?
Yenrik went off hunting.
That
Okay.
away.
Okay. Alice was gonna
He's
talk
hunting
to them.
for wabbits.
No,
It's
yeah.
duck season.
That would be fucked up. Alice was gonna talk to them, but instead he's going to kind of search for some edible plants.
Okay, make a nature check.
Make an edibility check.
An ability check.
Can I make a nature check in this hunting check?
Sure. Alaric, you...
I would rather make a survival. Why am I whiffing so bad?
I don't know. You're identifying the golden object that was found?
Trying to.
Okay. Are you casting Identify, or...?
Gonna try and first make an Arcana check.
Okay, go ahead and make an Arcana check.
22 on that nature.
26.
Okay. You know that this is a pendant. So let me describe what it is. It's a golden chain with a pendant, the gold circlet at the end of the pendant, and there is a yellow gemstone set into the golden circlet. You know, just from the vibe you get off of it, this will conjure an elemental of some sort.
I wonder what kind.
Fire, actually. Which is why it summoned a snowstorm.
Eli, stop chewing your nail.
Oh, I thought you were about to be like the doll or something, or her wife.
Yeah.
Oh, not the doll.
Ex-wife. Ex-wife.
No,
Because Gabriella's the wife now.
not right now.
Because I'm the wife now. And I get to chip away at her planet with the Death Star ray.
Well, after that, Alric's not going to really identify which elemental. It's just like, that's all he really needs to know right now. It's like, okay, as long as we don't try and use it, we're not going to die.
True.
No, it's Slyla went hunting. Never mind.
It's like, Alric will just head back to the tent and wait for the others to show back up.
Is Gordon making tea?
Gordon is making tea.
Hell yeah.
Kelia's probably helping him make tea.
Okay.
Alric, oddly enough, can't cook.
He's been alone for a long
Well,
time.
He can
For some reason, that doesn't surprise me.
He can cook, but it's like,
It's like Arthur Morgan cooking, like minty beef and raw carrots that he finds on the
Fair,
ground and
fair.
like whole cans of peaches, just
That's fair.
literally what his character's based on, image-wise.
Okay. I'm just getting that into the party sheet for y'all.
Yeah.
As soon as it loads.
Look how mad Agni is about not being able to hold on to the elemental conjuring pendant that froze a man to death.
He's a cranky boy.
He cranky and he eepy. Look how he eepy.
I'll carry it.
3
meh.
in the morning.
Okay.
Pizza.
So about an hour later, Yenrik, Sly, and Athelstan all returned from their different hunting ventures. You all were relatively successful. Sly, you found a little horde of like rabbits. You managed to get 3 of them. What are we?
You sound like Mort from Madagascar.
Yep, that's what I was going for. Yenrik, you're able to find yourself a whole like a alligator, but like a baby one.
Oh, yeah.
That you could bring back after like smashing its head in.
Tastes like chicken.
Athelstan, you come back with a muskrat and 2 like parrots.
With my 22 nature check?
Yep.
Okay. Are the parrots big?
Oh yeah.
Are they like the cloaca droppings?
No, they're not that big, but they are
like they're like turkey size.
they're like halfling sized.
That's a big fucking okay.
Yeah, the one that shit on you guys was like
Big
your
bird.
sized.
I hate it.
It was a big bird.
I need a big bird.
He's got
Alright.
he's like coming in. He's got like the muskrat hanging out of his mouth, and he's got the parrots. He's just like,
It's like, Ulrich is, when everybody gets back, he's going to, I got some good news and I got some bad news. Good news. Didn't have to cast Identify to identify this. It's a elemental summoning amulet of some sort. Judging by the color of the gem, I'm saying fire or earth. Bad news, it basically confirms my theory that whatever spells we cast will get the opposite intended effect.
Are you sure it's that simple?
Because it's summoned something. We got guidance, everything was obscured. We got pass without trace, and well, you got
I feel
constantly grabbed. I turned on my cannon and Sly. I turned on my cannon and got nailed by Sly. So I'm going to assume that
Many would call that a privilege.
I know I do.
Athelstan high fives him.
As I was saying, though, I'm going to assume that means be prepared for something that seems completely random at the time, but probably is whatever the hell is causing this, flipping all of our spells on its head.
Point at the black moon.
And then we look at each other like,
Well, but we've still been able to get the effect of the spells, correct?
they're just side effects.
Yeah, we still got guidance. We still got the pass without trace. We still your force.
We knew that magic was going to be weird during the eclipse. We just weren't sure what. Just everything has side effects.
Athelstan's like plucking the feathers out of the parrots.
Needless to say, I'm going
to ruin those. I want to keep those.
Needless to say, I'm going to hold on to this for now because I don't want anybody using it. Because we don't want another ice cave situation to whoever holds it, from what you told me.
It seems weird if he was trying to use that he wasn't able to summon it.
Regardless, we shouldn't mess with it.
Wait.
At least not yet.
Wait, hold on. There was one set of footprints leading into the cave and then a different set of footprints leading out of the cave.
Mm-hmm.
So he probably did summon it. Just froze.
Well, were they? I don't think they were big enough footsteps to indicate some sort of an earth elemental. They're usually pretty large.
So you would notice if the necklace didn't have magic in it, right?
Maybe it runs on charges.
I was gonna say maybe it's not a one-time thing.
Oh no, Liz just bought cards.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Now I'm scared.
Cast a spell, Liz. It'll be fine.
Everybody thinks that Liz is just this teeny tiny little sweet English lady, but she's a
I don't think that.
She's a fucking maniac, and I love her. She terrifies me.
I mean, she is that, but she's also terrifying.
She's also terrifying. She's like, well, they can go take a long walk off a short pier. And I'm like, yeah.
Slayer Yenrek, did the person that was holding the thing look familiar? Did he look like any of the people that we met in camp? Or saw at the summoning?
I didn't look close enough.
I don't think so.
Either way, he's unarmed now.
Yeah.
Wait.
Okay, so when you do it, it's okay.
Yeah,
yeah,
when you
obviously.
do it, it's fine.
Hypocrisy.
I'm awesome. I'm the DM. Do whatever I want, including shitty puns.
Athelstan is skinning Sly's rabbits, and while looks over to make eye contact at Yenrik and sees him drooling over the skinning rabbits, and then looks away uncomfortably.
Accurate.
Okay. Anyways.
Ulrich sees this, and shakes his head and goes back to what he was doing.
All right, so you settle in. You have your multi-animaled meal.
Athelstan will give some of the most of the feathers to Keli, seeming to want them, and will give a primary feather to Breeze, and a tail feather to Sly.
Thank you.
You can all mark off a half day's ration of water. Atlas, that's the whole ration of water for you.
Okay, so that means we're at 1/4 of a water skin after we refilled it 25% earlier.
We filled it half, I thought.
Yeah, you're drinking half. And you filled it half last time.
So we have half left.
Okay.
We can give more. Athelstan's like roasting the he's got like the rabbits and stuff on his bed. He's like he takes the muskrat off and he pulls it off the stick and he goes to breeze.
Peel off a
It's sweet.
bit of meat.
It's not much. Just eats the whole thing, bones and all. Tail sticking out of his mouth. The very loud crunching of the little bones.
With all this, does that mean we get rations back, or is this what?
We don't spend any rations.
You don't spend any rations.
There's a lot of us here.
Yeah, you're a party of 9, so.
And yes.
Well, 9.5 because Atlas has to eat double.
I got a text.
Sorry,
go ahead. Go ahead.
Are we still near the snow?
No, you've moved about a 45 minutes to an hour away from there.
I don't want to eat magic snow. I did get a text from Hoot. Yes, Hoot. Athelstan did eat the guts when he gutted the rabbit, and yes, he ate them raw. Thank you for reminding me to say that.
I have moved the boomstick on the map to where you are located now.
Boomstick.
Oh, there.
I want to put googly eyes on the boomstick.
We still see like marks on the trees, like we were following those as we moved.
Yep.
Okay.
To be fair, if it looks like kind of a freaking centipede right now, it might just have them already. I don't know.
Does it look like a centipede only to you?
It might have what?
I don't know. That's up to Afi.
I thought you said if
Yes.
they're a fucking centipede, they might
Yes.
have a hat on them already. And I'm like, what?
It already has
No.
eyes.
Googly eyes.
Oh, I was picturing a centipede and a cowboy hat. I'm tired.
That'd be cute as
So-
hell, though.
Your boomstick looks like a large centipede,
Adorable.
but instead of like the centipede face, it's just the cannon face. Like it's
It's adorable.
the cannon hole.
And it looks like that to all of us, not just him.
Yeah, it looks like that to all of you.
Okay, Athelstan is 1,000% painting some eyes on that shit.
Right. all of a sudden, Ulrich wakes up. Next thing he wakes up later and looks at his cannon, and there's freaking angry eyebrows on
Yes, angry eyebrows. That was exactly what I was gonna say too. Big old googly eyes and angry eyebrows.
Name is now Bug Snacks.
And the whole
it.
time, like
It kind of just looks like a pissed off Rock Lee.
yeah, like Sly and Breeze, Athelstan are like pages like.
Anything else before people turn in and watches start?
Nope.
No?
Actually,
Yes.
I've been thinking about something. Do the marks on the trees appear like planted, like they were there on purpose, or like they are just like accidentally like clipped as he's going through?
Make an investigation check.
Do you mention that to anybody?
Probably not, unless something comes up.
Hard to tell. They're a lot
He's
higher
further
up
away.
in a tree than you.
Okay.
Probably about the size of the bagman if he were kind of hauling himself through trees.
He's big and slender.
And he did have long claws and long toenails, so
Yuck.
Okay, I wasn't thinking like pulling through a tree, but yeah, okay.
Yeah, I thought he was like swinging like Tarzan.
no,
I
not
just sort of
swinging.
figured he was like walking.
No, he is not walking. You haven't been following footprints
like,
for some time.
Okay.
Like a sloth.
He's basically staying off the game trails and running through, well, not running, but like
hurrying,
parkouring almost through the trees. Because they are very dense. Like, it's not open spaces or whatever.
He's activating them core muscles.
Okay.
Okay.
Athelstan would like to, before bed, well, maybe, probably on his watch. Never mind, go ahead.
Yeah. So eventually we're going to find the Bagman because he Georgia the jungled.
Rubber tree, always good for clothesline.
Well, we will go on a quick break, and when we get back, we're going to have some watches. So if you guys want to talk about that and who's watching with who when we get back or over break, that'd be great. We'll be right back.
Who watch us?
I'm Effie the DM, and this is the Vactaire. If you know, you know.
I swear naturally. But if I have to think about it, I can't. I can't just work the words in. Shit fuck.
Could you just get them a bowl of lube and we can just get it to go? I don't know at this point what to say or to do.
A bowl of lube.
Oh.
They make it in flavors.
I will cast guidance on your penis. There you go. Pat pat.
What if we go find a plant, 2 plants that you connect with, and then we don't just go pick them, but you connect with them, you know?
We'll find a shrubbery. Make sure it's nice and not too expensive.
Me.
I like glue to be right beside her face.
Move so I'm real close to them just in case something happens.
What can I do to help you?
I feel like I'm on some psychedelics.
If you're a new DM or even maybe an
Don't
experienced
play with
DM,
us.
you're clearly witnessing DM failure here. Clearly. Engage
I try to move
players.
my piece,
Keep
I move the
interested
whole
in your
map.
game.
You have feelings and we're friends. You have feelings and we're friends. You have feelings and you're friends.
Don't you make this a pull door because I'll lose my fucking mind.
If I just try to open the door, does it open?
It opens out.
I mean, I'm sure you would have gotten there eventually, but...
Well, I don't know why I learned this spell. So.
Flailing around like one of those inflatable tube guys.
Oh no!
The wacky, flailing arm 2-man.
I don't see you wiggling, motherfuckers. Wiggle.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
I only wiggle when I want to wiggle.
I'm Jason.
You want to wiggle right now?
I imagine duality's wiggling.
You went really deep, man. It's not supposed to be deep tissue.
Your ass was mesmerizing.
You just need to put the tip of the needle in.
Just the tip, just for a second.
I won't be able to sit for a week.
Well, I don't feel comfortable sharing some of the naughty bathroom things I know how to do with a bunch of children. But...
Why?
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Ask your ghost parents.
Oh god, my husband was here for all that. You cast this spell and the sky above begins to swirl into this butthole.
They in circles around you, do 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 do. And he's saying this out loud too. He's making his own music that he's dancing to. Do 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 bigly, bigly. Do 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 do.
I will not soon recover from this. I have never wanted the death of someone more than right now. Keisha, it was a good fucking game, but I fucking hate Brie. Fucking hate her. I fucking hate her.
No, you don't. You love me.
I do. I do.
When one warforged loves another warforged very much.
I see you, our one true king. We stand Brendan Fraser on this channel. We don't care what time it was. We don't care what his body type is. We stand Brendan Fraser.
Do you hear that, Jeremy? Do you hear that, Jeremy? Go fuck yourself, Jeremy.
Wolf anthros are adorable.
I'm gonna say while you guys are talking, the camera pans out to the lobby, and everybody in the lobby can see that Sheriff is talking to somebody in that office. Not sure who. They're very chatty back and forth, though. For both the Reverend and Jesse, you immediately pick up on a couple things. Not everybody in this town is particularly...
Don't feed the babies lead paint, coward.
They don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming.
Somebody.
Pants. We should go to that family and then see if we can appeal to them. Is that the word I want?
I think it's begging.
We could threaten them with knives.
Oh, okay.
Or
So we
we
have
could
many
just
options.
That's a good idea. Let's threaten them with knives. Just tell them that I murdered the entire family minus one. It'll be fine. What could go wrong?
Nope. I once ran into a Spanish beaver. Interestingly enough, there is no such thing as a Brazilian beaver.
I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map.
Yeah,
pretty much.
What? You sounded like you were grapefruiting your man.
I'm just gonna go now.
What's that? You need me? Okay.
Does this mean we win? Does this mean we won D&D?
I never want to leave here. body switch us, okay? I'm not Freaky Friday. Can you imagine?
No, it's the scene from Scooby-Doo, the one with Matthew Lillard and Freddie Prinze Jr.
Let me just add that to my magical fuckery
You're
tables.
random. Yeah, let's not.
Keeps touching me.
That's what happens when you cast sending right now. You didn't just whoever you send it to swap bodies.
Send yourself that way. Oh, literally, Abby's like, why didn't I think of that?
I also have the spell blink.
You just blink.
That's the thing.
You blink. It's like you blink, but all of a sudden there's another of you right next to you. And every time you blink, it's like
Stop giving Abby ideas.
We're back. Hi.
Oh no! Please continue. I love these ideas and definitely will not use them in this campaign.
What was it that you told me last week? Payback is a bitch?
Dirty liar.
What?
I said, what was it that you told me last week? That payback is a bitch?
Payback and
you
karma?
do have to play in my. You do have to play in my game on Friday nights.
Yeah, but you can't kill
I'm
me.
caught in the crossfire.
You want to bet?
You can
I'm
try.
caught in the crossfire. Shot in the heart.
Didn't
and
you recently
virgin.
just like drop down to single digits recently though?
No, I was still double digits. Barely. Anyway.
Mm-hmm. I did kill your girlfriend, though.
Yeah, you did, you bitch.
Which is worse.
Anyway. Starting off with watches, which you guys definitely did not discuss during break.
Nope.
Who's taking first
We
watch?
didn't. I'll do it.
Don't everybody jump to help Yenrik with a watch.
Well, Atlas, I thought, wanted to talk to you, Yenrik, so...
That is true, yeah.
True?
I did, and we were gonna have who hasn't done a watch together? We decided Athelstan and Alaric.
Me and Sly also haven't taken one together, ever.
Yeah, we should do that. Everybody.
No more buddy system. Whoever you're comfortable with, fuck it. We're doing some icebreaker shit.
Lab partner bullshit.
Because that guy's arm.
Okay, so...
Okay.
First
Breeze
watch.
gets to sleep all night for once.
Yenrik and...
Atlas.
Oh,
Atlas? Okay. Make a perception check, either at advantage or one each.
Did you want me to do it at advantage?
Sure.
I almost rolled survival again. That's not the right one. It's the same amount, but
22. All right.
ooh.
So you guys settle in. Again, you're very much in the same sort of situation that you were last night. There's not a whole lot of room to move, and you're basically sitting up in your spot to do watch. Unless you want to climb out of the environs that you found yourself in, you're pretty much stuck in the hut that you've constructed.
I can't move and get in and get out. That would be bad.
Mm-hmm. You sort of just kind of keep an eye out, and at one point, a monkey kind of like moves up towards your structure. Fingers curl around the edge of the platform that you're all on, and it looks at you. Then he backs up a little bit, squats, takes a shit in his hand and throws it into the tent.
Calculus will look at Yenrik, look at the poop, and I will kind of make a... Atlas can't speak with animals right now, but I assume there were monkeys at the carnival?
Yeah.
He, like, mimics a monkey mom yelling at a monkey kid.
Okay. Make a performance check at advantage.
Make a monkey check?
A monkey check.
Would that be
all this monkey business?
11. Yeah, it's good enough. As the shit kind of hits the back wall of your structure and starts to slide down, you make these horrendous monkey noises at this creature, and it scampers off into the jungle.
Did my monkey sound pick up on the mic or no?
No.
Nope. It's probably just too much of a spectacle.
It's too intense. Too intense.
It's also why the Toad voice is banned on stream.
There you go.
I wish, yeah, mine's good.
Other than that, it pretty quiet for your watch.
Look over to Yinrik to see if he's impressed by my monkey sounds.
All of a sudden, in the distance, we see Kepler running away from baboons.
Except Kepler is made of stone right now, so.
Oh.
I'm just
well, he is a gnome.
Yeah, I can also do. I guess with that you call that acting. I'll have to ask Breeze later. I look over to Breeze, who is asleep.
Drooling.
I mean, I'm pretty good at making rabbit sounds.
I try. I want to see.
Not right now. They're sleeping.
Rabbits make horrifying noises when they're screaming.
Yes, they do.
It sounds like a pig being slaughtered.
And under the right circumstances, I can imitate a cat pretty well.
That's really cool. I like cats. I knew a person once, and they were like me, but imagine if they weren't a horse, they were a cat.
I can imagine.
Actually, they were more like two people. It was complicated. They were really nice, but they disappeared. I would get sad if you disappeared, so please don't do that. We've had a bunch of people disappear in our party. It's actually quite distressing if you think about it.
I won't disappear for long.
Thought you said I wouldn't get sad.
You just don't think
because we can't kill him now because it'll make Atlas upset.
Like, sometimes they're there and then they're like, they promise that they'll bring you like back a beaver jacket and they haven't appeared yet. Or you look over and then somebody's just gone again, or they leave because they're being chased by a spider lady. I don't understand the religion, really. Or alternatively, well, you know the story about Trixie, you were there. Who else has disappeared? Oh yeah, we knew this gnome lady, and her name was Annie, I think. She had a lot of different names. It was complicated too. And then one day, she was this might not be inspiring a lot of confidence in us and you, maybe, but honesty is the best policy. Yeah, she died. There was a murder cult.
Bisected.
She was bisexual.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, just straight in half. Just like, what you... And then there was this one guy, and he was in a hotel, and he was the barkeep. They or he?
They
were the barkeep, and then they went to deliver my friend drinks. One of the friends who disappeared, and then they were found dead, and their other workmate was found dead. Again, it was the cult place. Hopefully, we don't have to go back there for any reason. Atlas looks up at the sky.
See, I don't
Have you ever heard about a cult and then they take people's body parts to make new people?
I've heard a couple of those.
That's not like what this is, though, right? It's just the blood spill of people who are not worthy to complete the challenge bring new life. It's slightly different.
Yeah. I ran into a cult where they abduct people and then turn them into flesh golems and make them attack villages.
Oh. Would I be still like... Would they only want the top half of me, or would they use the bottom half?
I'm not quite sure.
Yeah, like... It's complicated. You know what it's like being different. Looking... Not in a rude way, but in like a camaraderie way. I feel like I'm not doing a good job at this, but I'm really trying. I wanted to spend more time with you because I feel like we haven't gotten to do that yet.
Yeah. Usually running off, doing things, this or that. Trying not to die.
Yes, that's a good one. Because again, as I told you, our track record is not good.
Most of the times I interact with you, you're almost getting eaten by something.
That happens a lot. I think I would be the tastiest out of all the party members. I think second. I don't know who would be the second tastiest. I think it's like how you like a person, it depends on preference.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did have one question. I wasn't in the cave. What was going on? What was that thing the pendant thing? How did you get that?
So there's a guy frozen holding it, and I was investigating it, and there was this loud sound, and I got startled, and I broke his arms off.
I get spooked too. Sometimes, but normally I don't break people's arms off. But it's okay to be scared.
Yeah.
Do we know who the person was?
No. I mean, it's relevant now. It's not like he's gonna miss it.
Yeah, but like it would be nice to know if they were like part of the trial, because then, you know.
Well, everyone in the realm is pretty much part of the trial.
Oh. That kind of like it's kind of sucks, but I mean at least you all have something to participate in. It's like a parade, but with more murder, and you don't want to be in the parade, but are obligated to go. I heard about a parade once. It was some sort of black parade, but I never had a father.
Interesting.
Oh, does your family live here?
No.
Is it a touchy subject?
Kind of a gamey one.
Atlas does not compute. he just nods and he's like, so, how are you liking the party? Would you recommend it to other adventurers? I used to do these things, like surveys. We would hand them out at the carnival, and we had like a 1 to 5. If 1 was a frowny face and a 5 was a really happy face, how would you feel right now in our group?
I am definitely entertained.
I'll take that as at least a 3, maybe a 4 or 5. That's great.
Yeah.
That's all.
Hopefully we survive the trial and find the bagman and save your friend's realm.
Yeah, and we'll save our friend's realm, and maybe we'll run into the other friends, and they hopefully won't be bisexual.
Yes, that.
Yeah, maybe we'll even find the fabled Brazilian beaver. My friend has been looking for one. He's only found the Spanish beavers. I don't even know what a Spanish is.
I don't either.
Well, I guess we'll figure it out when we find one.
I suppose somebody would definitely tell us.
It should be on that table, Appy, to find one.
Your watch ends on that ridiculous note. Who's taking second watch?
I believe it was Ulrich and Athelstan.
Yeah.
All right.
I go and I poke. I'll wake Alaric, which would leave Yenrik to wake Apple. I say.
I lean in real close. Apple stand.
Just like
Applestand.
Just sits up straight up. Don't ever breathe on me again.
That's unfortunate.
Hey, Alaric, a monkey threw poop at the tent, but don't worry.
Why do you smell like shit? He says to Yinrik.
Somebody pooped in the tent.
Yeah, you kind of look over your shoulder and there's just like steamy streak and pile in like the back corner.
That's unsafe and unsanitary. Just take some leaves and some twigs and makes a little makeshift whisk and just whisks it and just chucks it into the woods.
Okay.
Good night.
Damn it. All right. Athelstan and Alaric. Survival checks at advantage? Just one or one each?
You mean perception?
Yes. I did it again. Fuck balls.
Persuade me not to screw you over it.
What
Let's just roll on this table here that I got. Fucking fucks.
Don't really have terribly wonderful perception, even though I can see in the dark. It's kind of ironic.
Yep. All right. Advantage.
I'm too riddled with ADHD for that.
19 plus Flash of Genius, so 24.
Okay.
Still use them.
Pretty quiet. The kind of lingering smell of monkey shit remains, but it's getting better.
Make some potent tea to kind of ease that.
Ulrich would have grabbed a couple of sticks and probably just started grabbed his woodcutter's kit and probably just started making probably crossbow bolts.
Okay. So it takes you an hour to make a corral of 20.
Okay.
A coral of 20. And it's 20 silver along with the wood.
I got it.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
How'd you meet your wife?
It's a bit of a funny story.
Any kind of
I met her mom first.
Oh, the one that tried to kill you?
Yeah.
Well.
Give me a second. Nobody asked me that. I had to come up with all this shit on the fly.
It's called improvisation.
I know.
And
just
bitch.
Give me a second.
I'm giving you a second.
It was back when I was still an apprentice with my master. She came in one day trying to get a bunch of knives sharpened.
Kitchen knives? Or knives?
An assortment.
Mm.
I think there was a couple of kitchen knives in there, but there was a couple of daggers. My master blacksmith was out for the day, so I was in charge of the shop, so I had to take the order. Well, her idea of testing the knives after getting them back was just to throw them at me. So that was fun. That's not how I met her. That's not how I met Liliana, but I met her.
Scars?
Well, one on my right shoulder, but that's about it. Oddly enough, it was about 6 months later that I found out that Liliana was her daughter.
Were you courting her for 6 months and you didn't know, or was it like just a...
It took about 4 months after we met for us to actually start dating.
Okay.
And about 2 months after we started dating, I met her mother, and, well, that went about as well as you can think.
No, I really can't imagine. Well, I can.
A lot of finger pointing and yelling between two adults.
Why?
Well, one tried to stab the other, and the other is calling the other a bitch. So, yeah.
Sounds like my family.
About 3 months later, she tried to blow me up. Liana wonders why I don't like her mother.
Why doesn't she like you?
She never thought I was good enough for her daughter.
You.
In the beginning, I'm not really sure why she didn't like me. I think she's just a bit of a psycho. I mean, trying to test that just freshly sharpened daggers on the guy who just sharpened them for you is kind of a bit of a psychotic move.
That's some main character bullshit right there. Harassing nameless NPCs. Just kidding. That was an out of character kind of joke.
Afi, did I give her mother a name yet?
Not as far as my notes, no.
Well, I got a name for her now.
Karen?
Karen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Karin.
Karin.
I don't see why she wouldn't like you, aside from, I don't know, fucking her daughter. An apprentice to someone to an established blacksmith. That's taking care of Courtly.
Yeah.
That's a decent way to end up. Not everybody gets that, and on top of that, someone to love.
I have no idea.
What about your mother? Does your mother like Liliana? As everybody leans in.
As far as I know, whether they like each other and they don't like each other or just hiding it from me, I don't know. But they seem to get along.
Why don't you ask her?
My mother, I'm kind of stuck in the realms right now.
He just kind of like flicks his shoulder with his backhand. Liliana, you fucking... Ask your wife. Ask Liliana. Don't you talk?
Yes, we do. It's just... Look, it's been 10 years since I saw her. I've been trying to get back to Fort Arun to get to her.
What would you
It's just been kind of awkward since we haven't even had a chance to really slow down and take a breath since we met back up.
No, you haven't slowed down and taken a breath, all right. He kind of like smirks at you.
Ulrich reaches into one of his pouches and pulls out a set of earplugs. It just hands them to you.
Thank you. I wasn't complaining. But okay. He puts them in his pocket. Okay. What about your daughter?
Morgana?
Does Liliana's mother and your mother, do they like your daughter? Since we seem to be talking about women liking each other.
They like they're she's their grandchild, blah blah blah. Cannot speak English today.
What is English?
Common.
No,
Can't speak common today.
Yeah.
I mean, they seem to like her. As far as I know, Liliana's mother likes her more than me, at least.
You don't like your own daughter.
No. I mean, she likes her more than she likes me. Because she doesn't seem to like me at all. She threw knives at me.
Oh, I thought we were talking about your daughter for a second. That your daughter likes
She
your,
was only like 2 years old at the time Ulrich got lost. So
2 years old?
2 to 3.
I could already speak by the time I was 2. I remember everything. She remembers you. Liliana said that it was only a brief time for her.
Yeah.
You'll still have a chance.
A bit older. Probably not much wiser, but a bit older. But that's all I really need. It's just... I want to see my little girl grow up.
What is it to have a child?
A lot of work.
But
Wouldn't trade a single day of it for a lifetime out here.
I think you should give yourself more credit, Ulrich. You sound like a pretty decent father to me. And a decent husband. Shit son-in-law, but a decent husband.
She's a shit mother-in-law, so I guess we're even on that.
Those kind of dynamics I kind of grew up with, so I don't really know how I could point you in any direction there aside from obfuscation,
local sheriff.
playing the game. Local sheriff.
Yeah, I mean, generally it's frowned upon to start throwing daggers at random people.
Night Sly.
That's usually something the local sheriff or constable takes care of. I still don't know how the hell she didn't get in trouble for that.
People who have hands in pockets typically don't seem to get in trouble with the law.
Well, I know what you mean, but have you met Sly?
I have met Sly. But
She had her hands in pockets and got thrown in jail.
I don't necessarily mean it quite as physically. I mean politically, or maybe your mother-in-law plays the game.
Maybe. You might like her. You might not. I'd rather you not meet her. I wouldn't wish that fate on anyone.
What will you do when you go home?
Settle down. Hopefully by then I'll have enough money to actually open my own shop. I mean, let's be fair, I'm not going to take over my master's business. He's a dwarf, he's going to outlive me.
Yeah, this is hard. It must be strange. Being the only human.
I mean, there were a few others of us there. Not many elves.
What brought you to the
there
Dwarven
was...
City?
I wanted to learn from the best. And who's a better blacksmith than a dwarf?
Did you learn from the best?
He wouldn't say he was, but I'd care to disagree. He taught me everything he knows, so he has to be.
Does our currency here match your currency there? Or at least something like it.
Silver, platinum, gold.
I have
Might
plenty of it.
not all have all the same faces, but it's all the same.
I have plenty of it. I don't have much use for it. If you manage to find a way home, I will give it to you, and you will open your own shop. It's the least I can do.
And we got Artemis crying.
Who's Artemis?
Ellis rolls over in his sleeve. The person you gave us the potions.
Did you hear that? That was weird. So weird.
That was some metagamey bullshit right there.
It literally said. It literally
Fucking
said.
metagaming pigeons.
You're asleep.
Can I
Atlas
finish
is
my
half
scene
asleep.
with Ulrich, please? Please? And you will go home and you will take care of your daughter. You'll watch her grow up and go home and lay with Ileana and make all kinds of other little babies and whatnot.
I can hardly handle one. But we'll see what the future holds. I just hope we get that far.
Don't look at it as a hope, just look at it as it will happen. You don't need. It's always good to have a contingency plan, but at some point, someone has to stop living like they're on the run. Stop living like stop living as if nothing is going to work out. Because then you'll just burn. Be prepared to share. Not just the spoils, but the burden. He'll reach into the moss and he will call to her. With the green in his veins and in his heart. He will call for her.
You feel her in your veins and your heart, and there's this sort of a response.
I don't know what my future holds. But if I'm lucky, maybe it will be even a semblance of what it looks like for you.
Where is your mother-in-law and all?
I don't know exactly how that would work out with Mina. She has told me stories of how she was made, how she came to be. Her mother is her world. Her mother is the sunlight. Her father is the sky, the rain, the wind. And she is what lays on the surface of her planet. She is the ecosystem. She is the streams that run through the ground. She is the breath of life.
Alaric reaches out and pats Applestone on the back and is like, well, then you've got some big shoes to fill.
I don't think I have to fill any shoes. If things are going the way I think they're going, I too will have to learn how to share. It is hard, but it's all I ever wanted for her. I just didn't think it would happen so quickly. I know you all don't quite understand, and the unorthodox relationship I have with Mina. At least unorthodox to all of you. It's all I ever known.
Listen. All relationships are unorthodox. That's why they work.
I don't think I'd take it any other way. But I can't imagine I cannot, as far as I know, have children. But she keeps me here. She keeps me alive. When I was young, I was bones. But now we've built ourselves something. I have built myself. Apparently, I have built this. I don't think I'll live forever.
Why would you want to? That seems more a curse than a blessing.
Well, you mistake me, Alaric. I don't think of living just simply as being trapped in some fleshy body that I have to drive around, that I have to ride around in until the end of the body's days. I mean, when this is dead, when I am dead, I will become part of the green again and just be recycled through. But I will become even closer to her again.
Oh, and if you think about it, everything born of that earth then would be your and Mina's children.
You know, that's funny. I just imagined her fat and pregnant and barefoot with my baby. I never wanted children. I never thought it was a thing. But I suppose you're right. For a man who speaks so little, you have a way with words, Alaric.
I don't speak much because there's not much to say.
I don't believe that. For whatever reason, you felt as if you couldn't speak freely from where you came from, or whatever you've experienced the past 10 years. Forget it.
It'll be harder than you think. Wandering alone in the domains for a decade, traveling from place to place, you learn to keep your head down and your mouth shut.
Sounds boring. I mean, look at Breeze. They didn't keep their head down and their mouth shut. That's what made them leave that place.
Yeah.
Their home.
You know, there's a domain full of artificers. If you don't keep your head down, you're probably gonna get blown off because something blew the hell up.
Sorry, you said domain full of artificers, and I kind of short-circuited there for a moment because I could vaguely hear Tommen cackling maniacally in the back of my head.
Where do you think I learned to make Where do you think I learned to make my cannon?
Well, your cannon is amazing and adorable right now.
Yeah.
You feeling tired?
It's been a long day, and this heat is not exactly helping.
Won't be much longer now, friend. Get some rest.
By the way, here, he tosses you the crossbow bolts.
Thanks.
If you need more, just ask.
Well, now I have 30. I've been getting kind of okay with this thing. Who did we establish was next watch?
It's Keela and Sly. So we're going to end for tonight's session, and we'll pick up with third watch beginning of next week.
I feel like I'm sorry.
Great. Every time I get into the emotional thing, it's always at the end of the episode.
Because it's
Not a bad
not
thing.
something that happens all the time.
It only really happens on watch, but then again,
You guys are
Quiet.
free to stop walking or chat at any time, even when you are walking. I'm just pushing the story along. If you need to stop and have a chat, you guys stop and have a chat. Or keep walking and have a chat.
Yep. That's what we always do. Athelstan will wake up the next watch and, like, get between where Sly and Freeze were, because it's warm.
Okay. Thanks everybody
say,
for
have we-
watching. Go ahead, Alaric.
I was saying, have we had a Keela and Breeze watch yet?
Mm-hmm.
Not for a while, but yeah.
Yep, there has been one.
I want a Liliana and Gordon watch. I know you don't want to do it, but I want it.
No.
I want it.
No.
I want it so bad.
I want it so bad.
That's boring.
Let's have
Let's
have
not.
Gordon-
Hang
That'd
on.
be
How about it's a-
amazing.
How about it's a middle watch and you write it ahead of time at some point, and then you can just do the thing.
Nah.
Please.
We have Gordon Liliana watching with the plants hanging off his horns.
But they can't talk right now, so that'll behoove her. Please, Affy. I never ask for anything.
That is such bullshit. That is so. I built an entire fucking class for you.
Because you looked at me and you were like, go on. And I said, hear me out. And I love him very much, and I feel like he's been growing a lot, and I feel like it'd be cool. Tell us in the chat.
Yeah, you gotta do it.
If we
Come on.
if we reach 400 followers, Affy has to do a second watch with Liliana and Gordon.
Come on, you gotta do it.
Please.
Do it.
Please. Where's my tiny rubber hand?
Okay, Chris. Calm down.
Tiny rubber hands?
Please.
Please. Please.
Rubber party.
If we get to 400 followers by next week.
Oh, whatever. There's no fucking way.
How many are we at?
We're like 11 away.
I can make 11 burner accounts.
We're either 12 or 11 away.
Anyway, thanks for watching.
We're gonna put up a big ad campaign. Get to 400 followers so the DM talks to herself for 20 minutes.
Yay!
It won't be that long. She'll write a 5-minute scene and that's it. If that.
I wouldn't even fucking write it. Like,
Oh, okay.
the ADHD would be like, nope, you're just gonna fucking make it up.
Well, you would. I mean, we do. You talk to yourself anyway. We all do it.
But I don't talk to myself out loud in two different voices.
You don't?
Why not?
No. Usually it's just one voice, depending on what's happening. Like,
Well, do you ever talk to your cats? Like, if the cats are hanging out?
I don't
It's
talk
like, at
as
that
them,
point-
no.
And
You
like
don't
at that
like,
point,
not like Charlie doesn't have a voice and Windsor doesn't have a voice?
Well,
Your
they
cats
do.
don't have
but
voices?
They do, but I don't have them talking to each other. They're usually talking to Vince.
To be fair, I don't have a voice for Ginger at all. I just thought this was a thing that people did.
Blaspheme.
It's like at that point, Afi talking to herself, it's in two different voices. It's like we've gone full Gollum mode.
It's perfect.
No, it would be
Peter,
amazing.
do you want to know something crazy? Whenever I read anything, it's all the same voice. That's something that fucks with people. If I try really hard, I can make it read in a different voice, but if not, they're just the same voice.
I'm too neurospicy to just read it all in one voice.
I've heard like more people read it in different voices.
Anyway,
Tell
don't
us how your
forget,
voices work.
we are on Goodman Geeves Official on Wednesday at 9 o'clock for some Mutant Crawl Classics. And Maggie will be running their first game on Thursday, Honey Heist, at 6 p.m.
Yeah, I believe it's
Yes, 6 to 9, at least the information that I was given.
6 to 9 because
Okay.
we are spanning 9 time zones. So
Yes, that's fair. So 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Yes.
Yeah, with Cedar the Barefoot is gonna be there.
Yeah.
Tones, my friend, is going to be there, and that's his first ever tabletop game ever. Cody, who was on our Tuesday game, is going to be there, and his girlfriend Ami, who is very nice. And then we will also, that's it. And Darklaw, who is Danish, and they are very cool. I'm like, that's not it. They are an actor.
Oh.
Yeah, so I feel
Like
like
moi?
this could be some good RP.
I'll
Yeah,
also be there running the stream in the background.
Woo! They'll all
I'll
be
be in the
there.
audience.
All right. Well, stick around for the raid. We're going to go check out... oh, this is a new person. We'll go check out Long Lost Lore. Have a good night, everybody. We will see you next time.
Toodaloo.